Up and over the tallest man at slip you'll ever see.
The first boundary for New Zealand. Lungi Ngidi just a little bit of wood. Will Young throwing his hands at it. If Marco Jansen can't get it, then no one's gonna.
Have a strong offside field. Oh boy, hit that well. That cannoned off the bat for a boundary. It's 12 for none after 3. Again, it's just a little bit too wide. Said that he might have to bowl straighter at the end of the last over. He hasn't corrected.
Yeah, signs of a good pitch this. This comes onto the bat. It's not a cut shot where...
And exciting. He can hit him through the onside as well. And that is just glorious. Absolutely wonderful cricket shot.
His sometimes opening partner, Devon Conway, always talks about how amazed he is at Ratchin.
Young gets it. Square of the wicket for 4. So they're trying to bounce. It's not paying a dividend at the moment. That's just expecting this length because they're sitting and waiting and they're getting it.
It's so much more valuable. Oh, that's a fantastic shot. That is just stand and deliver. Rachin Ravindra. That is the incredible cricket shot.
The tallest, if not the tallest bowlers in the world game. Little cutter, and yet still he's pressing forward onto this. Look at that. And throwing the hands through it. It's an amazing shot with amazing control.
Oh, wow. That's not too bad either. What a trick.
That wrist work again. We saw one earlier off the bowling of Ngidi by the same man, Rachin Ravindra. So when he's got that offside game, he plays a short ball and then...
Oh, and again, that's 3 boundaries in the over of the highest order you might ever see.
Shot. No, it's gone straight up. Slower ball. Catch taken. There's the breakthrough. Markram takes it. It's Lungi Ngidi with the much desired breakthrough for South Africa.
But it has to be on point. Well, he's one of the best in the business, is Lungi Ngidi. He rolled it out beautifully, and you can see like the steep bounce. He's through the shot, and straight away he knows, nowhere near the contact. He knows it's straight up. And Markham would have felt a little bit of pressure underneath that one. He knew they needed a breakthrough.
You need a good one to close it out. What a shot. What a shot that is. Laced through the offside and away for 4.
7 deliveries. There's quite a few that he could have put away, been unable to do so. So he'll be very happy that he manages to find the gap there. Just opens the face, and can you thread it through? Yes, you can. It's in New Zealand.
Oh, pitches short of the keeper and beats him to get to the fence.
Intentional to go down to 3rd man. I don't think intentional to go this far. I think that's the key. Opens that face at the last minute, but bounces comfortably short of Andre Klaasen.
It's hammered away. Ravindra breaks the shackles. A welcome boundary for New Zealand. That's exactly what we're talking about. Anything straight will be put away. Onto that in a flash. And that will bring up 50 for Rachin Ravindra. He just cannot put a foot wrong.
Yeah, if you ask Rachin Ravindra what ball he would like to get bowled to him to get a 50, it would be wide down the leg side.
Come to know in the last little while today.
How good is that? Rachin Ravindra opening up. Classy. Just such ease from Rachin Ravindra.
Found the gap nicely. On the other hand, Rachin Ravindra is playing like a dream at the moment. Straight. Very, very straight, and I don't think he was absolutely to the pitch of it either. Nailed that. It's just been a feature of Ravindra's innings that he's been able to pick those boundaries out.
Yeah, nicely played. He got closer to this one, so he believed he could go up and over, and the contact was fantastic.
Lovely, lovely use of the feet to get outside the line of it so he could hit against anticipated spin to the leg side.
The other night against India, against Jadeja. opened up the offside. This time he went and Maharaj saw him and he thought, okay, well, I'll bluff you. I'll go across outside the off stump. I know there's no one at deep mid wicket, and if I get anywhere near the pitch, I'll just flick it away. Well,
oh, miss hit. Lands safely, perilously, and it brings up another half century, a 48th in ODI cricket. Great players keep adding something to their game every year.
Tried a few of these in the last match as well, then gets into position early. He tried it in the last over, picked out Lungi and Giddy behind square on the offside, but this time, no issues.
Oh, dropped it. It was that pace off again from Lungi and Giddy.
Just the opportunity they were after. Giddy with that fantastic slower ball, and Williamson looking to force it. A fingertip job. Full length and horizontal as he goes to his right, Heinrich Klaassen, and just not quite able to keep a hold of it. Agonizing.
Just over the top. Gave himself room, extra cover is his region against spin. Just managed it to get over the top.
Run the first one hard, and he'll get the second run. Rachin Ravindra, what a player. His 5th ODI 100 and all in ICC tournaments. A rising star for New Zealand, and his teammates stand up to applaud him. Watching how he has been able to take to international cricket, and the runs keep flowing. Oh, look at that. They can do no wrong at the moment, New Zealand. The runs are flowing. 13 from the over so far with 1 ball to go. Come on, Kane Williamson. 4 runs from the legend himself. It brings up the 150-run partnership. New Zealand reached 201 for 1 after 32 overs. Williamson goes big and clears the ropes for 6. 11 from the over, 212 for 1.
This time, straight into the hands of Klaassen, and one of the better innings you'll see in a while is over.
For once, not in sync with the pace off the surface. The cutter, a little bit of bounce, edge through to the keeper. Relief for South Africa. We'll just take a moment.
Very clever indeed, and that will do it for Kane Williamson. Back-to-back hundreds in his last 3 games against South Africa.
His ingenuity is...
Every franchise he goes to. There it goes again. This one should be out. It is out. Taken. It's just a little bit too far outside the line of off to get enough momentum on it. Comes up the 100 and then is dismissed.
The first fault by Kane Williamson. But you cannot take away from the man the 100 that he scored today. It's been a fantastic knock. He's gotten New Zealand into an absolute wonderful position.
Oh, looking to be a little bit cute, Tom Latham, and Rabada is spot on target.
To just try and find a boundary early in the over. KG Rabada going seam up, and he's missed it. It's cannoned into the stumps.
Top shot. Set himself for the slower ball with Ngidi operating.
Big 6 headed Daryl Mitchell, and this one has just rolled his fingers down the side. Still came through at a relatively good rate. Wasn't absolute slower delivery, and it just hurried on. And
big shot. Rabada back there. He takes it. Had to navigate his way to ensure that he didn't have the same trouble as Mulder had. Giddy once again with that slower ball.
Yeah, wide slow ball. Mitchell trying to drag it to the leg side, and you can see where it makes contact with the bat. Low down, and also the bat turns in his hand, and it's well.
He's hit that. Oh, what a shot that is. Length, and it disappears for 6 right at the start of the over.
Comfortable hitting range. We talk about the slot. Well, that's exactly where you want it. When you're going in the training session and you've got the coach who's thrown to you, that's where you ask him to put it to pick up your confidence.
Oh, shot. It's a good shot. But it's straight in. Talk about the fact that it hasn't gone for 4.
It's interesting to see Phillips's position. He was in there ready to charge for the single. It's hurt the hands, and there's no celebration whatsoever. They're at that stage of the innings with it.
We'll be back for a second. Keepers the call, but Santner will get back, and New Zealand will be very happy with their 362 for 6, having won the toss here in Lahore.
The leaders of this attack. And there's a lucky start for South Africa. Some movement, just a little bit of movement back inside edge. And Rickleton gets the innings underway. But New Zealand will take a little bit from that. A little bit of movement, applying some pressure, and they'll feel that just maybe we can get a couple of early wickets here to build on the pressure of our 362.
That's a top shot. Just dropped the bat on it with very little follow through. First boundary of the innings. Second.
That's a really class shot. Over pitched, full, just the full face of the bat. No risk, no fuss. That's a good shot.
Looking for a little bit of movement, Matt Henry. That's what he does generally so well, but he's met with a
As good as the first one he hit in a very same direction, overpitched from Henry. 14 without loss. Nice touch. Dealing in boundaries mostly, Ryan Rickleton.
in ICC men's 50 over events. Gone, gone. Pace off. Henry gets one to hold in the surface, and it's picked up comfortably at cover, and a big wicket of Rickleton.
It seemed to be, well, it's worked the trick, just held in the surface. He stops his shot, and as he looks up, he realized, oh no, it's heading to Bracewell. I'm going to have to be on my way, and that is a massive blow. Of the two.
Straight up and over, is it? Yes, it is. First 6 of the innings. Terrific shot, Pavuma.
Jamison just dragging this one slightly shorter. Demba Bavuma is a short man. He's trusted the bounce, much like Ravindra Jadeja. Rachin Ravindra did earlier.
50 for the South African captain. 7th 15 ODI cricket to go with the 5 centuries. Oh, that a chance put down. Kane Williamson.
He would fancy himself, Kane Williamson. Hit hard away to his right. One-handed, took a special left-handed catch. Oh, great view, great angle. Terrific camera work, brilliant.
Rassie van der Dussen goes downtown and he clears the ropes for 6.
Needed this for South Africa. Something had to give. The drop catch and then this. This is a fabulous strike.
That's 50 for Rassie van der Dussen. And his good competition continues. 3rd consecutive 50. Use of the feet, and it doesn't work for the South African captain. His opposite number gets the wicket. And it's the breakthrough New Zealand desperately wanted.
Good point, and it went straight to him. Great flight. Use of the feet and a little bit of turn. That's certainly held in the surface. It's looped. A bit more comfortable than the one he put down an over and a half ago. Santner strikes. South African captain.
Oh, that's gone big. 6 runs off the bat of Rassie van der Dussen.
He's moved around the crease at times. Understands that Bracewell's sort of get-out ball back into the over is firing one in at leg stump. He stayed on the leg stump. Just powered it away. Brilliant batting.
Oh, top delivery. Absolute japper from Mitchell Santner to remove van der Dussen. It swings again.
Van der Dussen, the wonder about this playing, you can get done by a piece of genius bowling, and that's what that is. It's angling into mid and leg. He looks to hit it through the onside because he can trust the surface. He thinks he can trust the surface. It straightens on him. How big a moment for Mitchell Santner, who is playing a bit of a lone hand here at the...
He'll do well against Santner tonight. What a catch that is. Matt Henry, he might have done himself a mischief, but New Zealand have struck a mighty blow here, and it might be one that takes them to that final.
As the biggest danger man, and Santner now has 3 wickets. We'll worry about the Henry injury in a minute, but the short termers, they've got to see the back of Klaasen very, very quickly, and for a big fast bowler, that is a really good piece of work. Let's just hope it's what they call.
Rachin Ravindra can do no wrong. Runs up top, and now a wonderful caught and bowled to get rid of the dangerous Aiden Markram.
It's almost a bonus wicket this for New Zealand. The extra bowling from Ravindra. Aiden Markram almost cannot believe it.
Out. It tries to go big, does Mulder, and he perishes New Zealand strike again.
2 balls ago for Fionn Mulder, and he decided on the last ball of Bracewell's spell. There was an opportunity. He sensed it. He didn't get all of it. That's where the wind has been coming from all afternoon. So
It's Miller time, and there'll be much more of that needed if South Africa are to get close to this total. The asking rate is over 12.
This is classic David Miller. It's a bit of a drag down by Glenn Phillips. In an area, it's almost a free hit. New Zealand will want the right arm spinner to bowl well to David Miller and dangle.
And Phillips asks the question.
The on-screen signal.
Successful review from New Zealand. It brings wicket number 7, and Glenn Phillips now has a wicket.
Yeah! Little glove. He's walking off Maharaja. Great take. We've seen some good images of Latham prior to the game practicing this sort of thing. Practice. It pays off at times. He does. Downwind, plenty of it. Miller into the grandstand. 6 to start the over.
And off a South African persuasion. We'll hope that it's Miller time. Short enough, and he's powerful enough to hit it 97 meters.
That's a good shot. I'm not sure it's gone far enough, though, and it hasn't. Glenn Phillips, that's regulation.
He's got 9 wickets in the tournament, make that 10. Good.
Straight down the ground, and that will be 50 for David Miller. That's his 25th 50 in one-day internationals to go with 6 centuries.
On the big stage of the semi-final here, again producing almost clean of O'Rourke.
Right, got enough, David Miller? You bet you have. More often than not, you do.
Now Jameson running in and 5 overs up front. He's come back with his first ball. He's bowled the back of a hand, slower ball, bit of a drag down to David Miller, who's already on 50. He's not going to miss out on that. It's a clean hit for 6.
And that'll go past everybody down to the boundary for 4 as well. Too short, too full by a big margin. Again, the placement is outstanding. The execution is outstanding. The arms will go up, and Miller is making some late charge here. Makes it look so easy. That'll be 4 more. And he might just be thinking, David Miller, if I'd have put the foot down 5 overs earlier.
He probably could have pulled the trigger a little bit earlier because he would have felt like it was all up to him, but he's executing brilliantly at the back end. He knows the areas where he needs to score. He's a right-handed.
Or more. No problem at all for Miller. Well, of interest now is it possible for David Miller to get 100?
He scored all around the ground in his innings of 81, and it would be a tall ask for him to get like 90.
Well, that's 4 of them. We're down to 14 from 5.
Yeah, we were thinking 6s, but I suppose he can do it in 4s as well. Fascinating. Wonderful for David Miller. As you mentioned, he got 100 in the semi-final against Australia in the Cricket World Cup. And if he could match it with another 100, yeah, unfortunately on both.
Well, it's pretty hard, although it could run away for 4. This, it does. It's still on. 8 from 2.
He really has put on a bit of a show at the back end of this innings. That one is not an orthodox way of picking up a boundary. It's pretty...
Oh, yes. This is on. All of a sudden, this is really on. He is caning Jameson. He's caned O'Rourke. New Zealand will win, but this is special just the same.
He's read the situation. It's the 50 partnership between these two. 54 of 27 balls. Lungi Ngidi has contributed 1 run. Miller has been fantastic.
They will try. Now then, it's all about Ngidi getting back, and he will. What a brilliant performance this by David Miller to thrill the crowd, to thrill us all. It counts for not much at the end of the day, but